Welcome to another stupid ass podcast with me, Franco Harrison Mock.
Sadu.
He doesn't want to go by a name.
Yeah, nah, man. My name is Haido, bro.
His name is
That's
Haido.
all it is. If you can pronounce it, good for you.
Mm,
You must be Hispanic.
I respect that. That's not even Hispanic, bro.
It isn't?
I don't think so.
You're just making shit up. That's my name, bro. I think I should know that shit.
I hate my name. So, anyways, to the point where I changed it. Anyways,
His name's not really Franco.
it's not. It's not Franco at all. I'm like Carlos Mencia.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I happened to open up for yesterday at the West Palm Beach Improv, and for the first time ever, I was telling you guys earlier before the show, the power went out. The power went out right before the show when the showroom was filling in, and I thought we were gonna have to do a show in the dark, which I was really excited for, but we didn't. The power came back. Carlos Mencia did a show, and he did all his own jokes. If
I was gonna say you're excited to see your jokes in his next special. Or was
Yeah, I'm excited to see my jokes in the next one.
Can't wait. Nah.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I said what's up to him,
Yeah.
and I had a little moment with him, because in reality, before I was a stand-up comedian, when I was a 10, 11, 12-year-old child recently back from Honduras, where I was born, he was a big part of like where we would watch his show, we would watch his stand-up and stuff like that as a family. And like
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, regardless of like I associate him with like good times with my family. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's not like regardless of what happened, like etiquette, like comedy wise, you know what I mean? As a comedian, like what he did, I found that out later. I honestly didn't find that out until I was a stand-up.
Yeah.
And so like I said what's up to him. I told him how much it meant to me and that it was a pleasure to to open up, you know what I mean? Because he has done a lot of good for a lot of comics.
Yeah, that's what
You know
I was
what I'm
gonna say.
Yeah.
That's one thing that like I don't know. I've heard negative shit about him, but all the positive shit has been really big positive shit. It's always been like, oh, he brought out people that fucking were like struggling and shit, and he like helped them out, and he
Yeah.
put them on, and he's like consistent.
And took him on tour and stuff like that. Like my boy Cisco Duran. Shout out Cisco Duran. He opens up for him, and he's been opening up for him for the last since I've been a stand-up for almost 8 years, and they've been consistently together and stuff, and he's been doing well with them, and like to each like I said, like as far as like he's never done anything wrong to me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's like that fool, like,
personally,
dude.
he's never done anything wrong to me. In fact, he gave me a spot on his show. So
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned,
We
a good
tight.
guy,
We
like-
tight.
yeah, we tight, bro. We tight, man. Carlos Mencia, I literally walked up to him and I was like, "Yo, we from the same country," and he was like, "How'd you know?" You know what I mean?
He's like Mexico, kind of.
Honduras, Mexico. Is that where you're from? Because that's where
Honduras,
I'm from. Yeah, I'm from Honduras, Mexico. That's what Matt and Tim used to say. They'd be like, yeah. They'd be like, "Yo, where you from?" He's like, "Hey, he's from Honduras, Mexico." You know what I mean? That's where he's from. It's just anything south of. Yeah. What's up, Blake? No, I actually want to talk about how my week started. I don't know, how was you guys' week? You know what I mean? How was yours? Was pretty good, Blake.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. Good week. Good week.
Mine. I mean, it ended up with a sick dog and a lot of vet bills and shit. But besides that, we good.
Heard.
Yeah.
Our week started pretty good. Me and Blake had a photo shoot with the great photographer Abby Ballin,
Classy
down in
motherfuckers.
Wynwood, and in for our tour,
Out at the wood.
and have a bunch of images. I don't want to. I feel bad because I feel like I'm cheating on you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. What's going on? It's
You know?
okay, man. I don't want to do free photography anyway.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I had to
You
pay
got
that
it.
bitch. I had to pay her real prices, and by bitch, I love you, Abby. I fucking love you. I love you. I'll call you a bitch to your face, and I love you. So we did that on Monday, and I just started dating somebody, and
shit.
and he's awesome, and nah, she's amazing, and she's really cool. Which like if any woman is listening right now, and if you're wondering if a guy really likes you, you know what I'm saying? If he really likes you, if he ever says this to you, if he ever is like, "Hey, I think you're really cool," that means he really is into you. You know what I mean? Yeah, because girls aren't cool.
That's true.
No, listen,
Girls are
straight
not
up.
cool.
Listen,
They're
you know what I'm
not.
saying? They're not cool. They're not the definition of cool. You know what I mean?
No. Because
like,
you
when
know why though, right?
Bro, let's break it down.
Because
Why?
they don't have to be.
They don't have to be cool. That's actually very interesting. That's
Yeah.
very true. They don't have to be cool. Why don't they have to be cool?
Because I mean, other attributes make some friends. You know what I mean? So like, you'll meet a chick who's like dumb as fuck, but she's really hot. She has tons of friends.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You meet an ugly chick with a great personality that lives alone.
Yeah.
She's fucking alone by herself, just petting her cats and shit.
Are you saying it's harder to be ugly? It's harder to be ugly in this world?
This is America. You already know. You already know, bro. You know, nigga. What's up?
see, like, you know what's funny? When I was working in restaurants, I was really always like, the hot girls in restaurants always got away with like murder, and I was always extra nice. Like, if a hot girl asked me to take something or like carry that for them, I'd be like, no. But if an ugly girl asked me, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, you try to,
yeah,
try to even out the world.
I'm trying to balance out the world out here and trying to be
all
a
the
good
free
person.
drinks, I get it.
Yeah,
What-
all those free drinks that these bitches
When you
get.
when you hit the club though, do you buy the drinks for the ugly chicks too, just to make them feel better, or do you just?
I don't buy chicks for. I don't buy drinks for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not a like, oh, let me get you a drink guy. Like, I know that doesn't work because every guy does that. Let me get you a drink. That bitch is walking away with a drink.
I tell them to buy me a drink.
That's what I do.
I'm like, yo, you're gonna buy me a drink. You're gonna be weird about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, I do the. I'm gonna let you take me out.
Sold.
Sometime. Yeah. And they like that
get
shit.
it.
They're like, yeah, I'm gonna buy you a drink. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so I'm dating this cool chick, and we go out to an open mic, and I run into who I've seen before around, my two former friends and buddies that I used to tour with, Matt Bellick and Tim Hanlon, and you were with us on tour. We were all really
Yeah.
good friends.
Yeah, I really like those guys, bro.
Yeah, no, I really like them too. They just didn't like me. It seems to be the common theme out here in like my life and stuff like that. It's like they're always cool and they're always like, why do you hang out with him? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know, like people have asked you that.
They're like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
people have
like,
asked
are you
Blake
okay,
that,
bro?
You know what I'm saying? Right, Blake?
It's like, does he owe you money or something? Because,
Yeah, like, are you
know,
obligated
when somebody
to
owes
hang
you
out?
money, you're just like, I'm not gonna kick him out of my life either.
not
Like,
yet.
I fucking, what the fuck?
It was kind of like that, like little brother vibes.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, like, why is he coming along? It's like, you know, I had to bring him.
That's my whole life. My whole life is like, you don't get him. You don't get it. He's a cool guy. He doesn't really yell all the time. He just does that when he's in front of other people.
Yeah, when he gets hyped up. It's
Yeah,
okay.
and I'm
We're
super
good. We're
excited.
good. We're good.
Which goes to show you, I've grown. So, anyways, I'm at this open mic, and Matt and Tim and Elena, Matt's girlfriend, walk in, and I'm on stage, and I'm up there doing cocaine jokes and stuff like that, winning
Yeah.
over the crowd in the bar that is currently doing cocaine while also drinking and watching my jokes. I'm having a good time. Everything's great. You know what I'm saying? I get off stage. I go to talk to my girl. I'm talking to another comic, and the three of us are talking, and we decide to walk outside, and I go to sit down. And this is when mayhem kind of ensues, and there's a lot of backstory to this, and the long story short is we all used to tour together. I fucked up big time because with one of the GMs of one of the clubs, I messed up really bad and lost us a bunch of clubs that we were working with, and so they decided that we were better off not working together anymore. And which I was, of course, devastated, and was the right move in hindsight, because I realized it was me as a human. I wasn't doing well in life with what was going on.
Partying hard. I got it.
Yeah, I was partying really hard. I was doing a lot of cocaine, yeah, and so. Over the course of that year when we broke up, a lot of things transpired with the name of Fresh Drunk Stone and blah, 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 and like the 2 tours. And I was trying to book shows and things happened. I'm not going to say what happened that caused me to say the thing that I said. Okay. Just because of public, everybody, I don't want to put people's business out like this in this situation. I like to be honest, but in reality, they did something, and I called Matt up, or I text Matt, and I was really upset, and I said some words to him that would hurt somebody. You know what I mean? Especially if you just lost your father. And they weren't kind words. And so now back to the open mic. Okay. So we're back at the open mic. Just give you a little bit of backstory. That's the last time I speak to Matt. So the last time is when I said those words. And it was, I'll see you in Florida.
But you saw him after that, like
I seen him before. That's the thing that threw me off, is that
because you had seen him after you guys spoke and everything went bad, and then you've seen him around.
Yes,
but
because
not,
apparently they live
but
here.
everything was straight.
everything, in my opinion, we're all just, everyone's doing their own thing. We're just not talking. You know what I mean? And so, Tim Hanlon is
Came
standing
through like Suge Knight.
Yeah. Tim Hanlon, Suge Knight, is so Tim Hanlon is standing in front of we're in Lake Worth, okay? And everything that's about to transpire, if you've ever been to Lake Worth, Florida, is exactly what should be happening in that area. I grab my margarita and I go to sit outside with the girl that I'm currently dating. We've been dating for like 4 days. Okay. And there's a comic that's brand new to the scene that's maybe like 6 months in that's sitting to the right. And I'm sitting in front of my girl and we sit at a table in front of Lake Ave, which is the little strip where all the bars and restaurants are at or whatever. And it's right on the Ave. People are walking by. There's an open mic going on inside. Tim Hanlon is standing facing the hostess stand into the venue. Matt Bellick is where Blake is at, okay? Like about 6 feet from me, okay? With his girlfriend at another table. I put my drinks down and Tim turns around and says these words, which I don't realize what he's saying. He says, "You think you're so tough now, huh, Franco?" And I go, "Hey, Tim." And I sit down and I put my drinks down and like a big bitch, and I cross my legs, like just like you see me sitting right now. I have my legs crossed, and the girl that I'm dating is sitting across from me, and Tim beelines towards me, puts his beer down in front of me, and begins to tell me, "Oh, you think you're so fucking tough now?" And I don't know what's going on at this moment. Like I don't remember the thing that I said to him in that argument of me being mad. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't remember. At this point, I'm like, what's going on here? So I'm just sitting there like a big old bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there relaxing. And I'm getting yelled at by Tim. And that's when Matt walks up and goes, "Hey, chill." And he goes, nah, fuck that. Nah, say what you fucking said. Say what you fucking said. And like my girl at this point just adds fuel to the fire by standing
Go ahead.
up.
Tell him. My boyfriend will beat you both y'all punks up, you pussies.
And I'm sitting there like, no, bitch.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm not fighting nobody.
No.
So the guy that I'm fighting I'm not fighting anybody, okay? I'm not fighting anybody, but Tim is there yelling. Matt pulls him back and is like, "Relax." And they're playing good cop, bad cop at this point. Tim wants to fucking murder me. Matt's like, "You need to relax." You know what I'm saying? Like, just chill. And that's when my girlfriend goes, "What's the problem?" And she stands up. She's 5'9" and she's wearing heels. So she's 6 feet. She's taller than everybody at this point, okay? And she's a social worker.
She's like, "What's up?" She's ready to swing and shit.
No, I'm gonna tell you something right now. She wasn't backing down. I'm gonna tell you that much right now.
No, girls don't back down because of that same shit we were talking about before.
Okay.
They just think it's cool. Like, they're fine. Like, "Oh, I want to go out there and tell them, like, you're gonna get punched. Watch out."
No, yeah. But listen, she's being real reasonable and going, "What's the problem? What's going on?" And Tim's like, What? You know what I mean? Like yelling and like telling her like, "What? Like what do you think? He's a fucking asshole. What? He hasn't told you what he did? He hasn't told you what he did?" And she's like, "Tell me what he did. What's going? Nah, let him tell you. He's a fucking liar." And I'm like, I'm literally just sitting there like,
all right.
Okay. And like she's standing up and now they're all yelling. And then Tim keeps yelling and Matt's holding him back. And then Matt's telling my girl, "You need to fucking relax." My girl drinks, gets toppled over. The comic that we were with runs off as soon as fucking Tim and Matt roll over.
Man.
And then Matt comes over to me and he says, "Oh, when you were 3,000 miles away, you were so tough." And when he says the 3,000-mile line, I go, "Oh, I know what he's mad about." And the thing is, I should be mad at them for what they did that I'm not going to speak of. I should be mad at them and wanting to kill them, okay? But I've grown since that situation and stuff like that. So since that moment, and so at this point, my girl is yelling, Tim's yelling, "You're a fucking liar! You're a fucking liar!" And then Tim's going, "Is this your fucking boyfriend? Is this your boyfriend?" And we just started dating, so she's like, "I don't know," like, you know, like she's like, "I don't know what's going on," like I don't know where we just started dating. And
It's a weird way to find out, you know. Tim's like, is this your boyfriend? Is this your boyfriend? And then you look over at her, you're like, am I your boyfriend?
What are we?
Let's hear
Because they put hands on you, we're gonna have to fight. So I'm sitting there, and I'm literally just sitting there exactly like this, and I just have like my hands crossed, and and like my legs crossed, and I'm looking at him, and then Matt comes up to me, and goes, "You remember what I said 3,000 miles away? Like you were so tough when I was 3,000 miles away. Say it to my face right now." And I realize what he's talking about, and I look at him and I say, "I'm not the same person." Which his response was, "That was 6 months ago."
You're like, what are you, a fucking transformer? What is it? I'm somebody else now.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. And listen. In hood rules, like in the hood, that don't mean shit. Okay.
No, it'd be like 10 years.
It could be 10 years. I'm
You
murdering
get punched for some shit for 10 years ago. You're like, dude, those old stuff, man. I mean, we're kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Correct.
nah, cuz.
Correct. In hood rules, so I'm sitting there, and it breaks my heart because he goes. So now at this point we're arguing semantics because I go 8 months, and he goes, it was 6 months, and this is what we always used to do when we argued. It'd be like we argued about the same shit, but just like semantics. So now we're back to where we were, you know, as friends and stuff like that. And he's like, it was like 8 months ago. I'm like, it was 6 months, and he's like, all right, whatever. And then so, he looks at me and he goes, you were my best friend. Aren't you going to say sorry? And that's when I was like, all right. And Tim's yelling. By the way, at this point, Tim is still yelling in the background, like, Tim's a fucking asshole. Who the fuck is this bitch? Who the fuck is this bitch? What is this, your boyfriend? By the way, me and Matt are having this moment, and in the background, Tim's just fucking wilding like a pit bull. He thinks he's in Cutler Ridge, fucking in Miami, and it's 82, dog. Like, he's wilding out. And so, which I respect. I just want to say that for like Tim, he's defending Matt and stuff like that, and
yeah,
I completely understand. I don't, you know what I'm saying, like what, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, Tim's hood in his own way, bro.
Yeah, Tim's hood in his own way. Tim
Like that
grew up
fool,
in
bro.
Cutler Ridge, down in Miami. So Tim's wilding out, and at this point, Tim's like, you should get tested to like my girl, and then my girl's like, I've been tested, and I was like, everybody chill, okay? Everybody relax, everybody chill, okay? I grabbed my girl and I put her behind me, like behind the seat, right? Her beer falls over, fucking shit. Tim's still yelling, and like I grab my girl and I go to leave, and I'm leaving, and I get up from the chair that I'm sitting in with my legs crossed, and I leave my fucking full margarita. And I start walking towards the street to walk away, and Tim pushes me. And at this point, I could grab a chair and hit him with the chair. I decide not to because
this is where he throws the bottle.
me. Yeah, Tim pushes me over like a big old bitch, and I fall over like a big old bitch. And I didn't fall over like completely. I just like kind of grabbed myself like on the chair, and I was like, all right, like I'm fucking leaving, and I'm walking away. And this is when they're following me, and they're like, yeah, you get the fuck out of here, you fucking liar. Everybody in the comedy scene knows who you are, and knows that you're a fucking liar, and that you're a piece of shit, and you're a fucking loser. And Tim's like yelling, you're a fucking loser, you're a fucking loser. And
you're like, am I a loser? Am I really?
Yeah. So then I start
you
questioning
start
myself,
convincing
like,
yourself and shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, am I a loser? Right.
Know. He's like doing some Trump shit on you, you know?
Yeah. So he's like, you're a fucking loser, and everybody knows it. And I'm like, do they? Like, I don't know. It's getting in my head, you know? So I'm walking away, and at this point, the goodwill that I have made in the room when I was doing comedy on stage with the cocaine kids that are in there, I happen to be walking away, and they get caught in the middle of me and Tim yelling. And I remember I clearly hear one of them yell, damn, I know the comedy game was so serious like that. Which like I thought was fucking hilarious.
I thought it was all fun and games.
Yeah. I thought it was all fucking jokes. I didn't know the comedy game was that serious. And so
this fool gave you the Carlos Mencia treatment, basically.
yeah, so I'm walking
shit.
away, and Matt gets in my face as I'm walking away and says, get the fuck out of here. I found out yesterday that he lives in Lake Worth, which it completely understands. Like, I didn't understand why he was so adamant, like, you need to get out of here, and why he was acting that way, because we're in a public space, right? Like, I didn't understand that. Turns out that he lives, like, right down the street from there. So I was in his town. So he was literally like, get out of my town. You know? And I was like, all right. I was like, I'm leaving. So I'm like walking away, and he's like, get out of my fucking town. And I'm the sheriff here, or whatever. I don't know what he yelled. But like,
I'm sure that's what he said.
Yeah, and Tim's yelling behind him and shit like that. And Tim's yelling behind him. And at this point, they get caught in between the kids. And now these kids that were sitting there hanging out while I was on show, like, they realize what's happening. And they go, oh, they're fucking with the guy that was doing all the cocaine jokes. nah, fuck y'all.
They're like, we like cocaine.
Yeah. And they start going like, yo, fuck y'all. And then they basically got into a little scuffle and like pushed them away and stuff like that. And I ended up walking away and talking to my girlfriend and the girl that I'm dating.
Oh shit! You see what happened there?
Ah, god damn it.
They basically forced you into that shit.
Basically,
they forced you into.
I
a
realized she was a
relationship.
down ass bitch. That's the one thing that I realized. I was like, this bitch did not back
Is
down.
she Puerto Rican? What's the deal?
No, she's white from the south.
Oh, okay.
Like grew up in a small town.
That's cool.
You know, so how does this story end? The story ends with me feeling really awful about the whole situation. Like I walked away and I felt really bad for making someone feel that way. Now, what Matt doesn't know is that in the last 6 months, I've been in therapy for lacking emotional intelligence, and what lacking emotional intelligence is lashing out at somebody because you feel a certain way, or it bleeds into everything in your life. But the gist of it is like, if you ever seen the meme of a Kyle punching a wall, that's lacking emotional intelligence in the gist of it. And I lacked emotional intelligence for most of my life up until like recently. I'm working on it. I'm in therapy for it. But I felt really awful because I wanted like it just like to make someone feel that way about you, like, and knowing that like you don't even remember, you know what I mean, saying those things to somebody, like really kind of fucked me up and kind of made me feel really awful. And from the moment it happened, I wanted to apologize because it's not right, you know what I mean? And like you said, you know what I'm saying, what I said to Matt, and just you want to know what I said to him, is I said, you're gonna end up like a loser just like your dead father.
Fuck. And I said,
and I called you and
that you deserve at least one punch in the face, at least one.
And coming from somebody that I've known for years, I didn't, and knows me really well, knows that like if he would have punched me and I would have called you and told you like, oh, I got punched in the face, you would have been like, why'd you get punched in the face?
Yeah, well,
like,
I would be curious. I'm like, so what happened?
Yeah, and then I told you, you'd be like,
what did you do? Like,
yeah, you'd be like,
that's about right.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt really awful. I felt awful for 24 hours. I went to therapy and I spoke to my therapist about it, and I messaged him right after and we spoke. And the end of the story ends is that we're going out to have a drink when he comes back from a couple of shows that he's doing out on the West Coast.
Nice, bro.
And yeah, so hopefully we can remedy the whole situation and dig deeper into what's happened in the last year and a few months since Fresh Drunk Stone broke up and stuff like that. And we've become two separate tours. And in all honesty, you know, he said some really kind words and about where I was in my life, and I told him a lot about where I was in my life, and it's gonna be really nice to catch up. You know what I mean? And to just talk like friends and not with all the bullshit and no ego.
So what's the lesson? What's the biggest takeaway?
The biggest takeaway for me personally is there was a lot of growth there because I didn't react to what was going on. Like I understood, I was very mindful of their feelings and their pain and stuff like that, and their anger, and I just, you know, I would say there was a big learning moment for me in my life and a big growth moment. And I explained that to Matt, that like, and he goes, and he said to me that he's glad I kept it level-headed because they weren't, you know, and that could have escalated to something that, you know, could have ended up with one of us, the cops getting called or whatever.
If I was there, the cops would have been called.
Listen, I'm
like, I don't know what's happening, yo. It's just going down, no, let's go.
Yeah. That's why I'm kind of happy that like,
let's fucking do this.
Yeah, like real, like people that I've known for years weren't around, and it was just like, cause like it probably, if cut that name out, cut that name out, mark that. If a couple of people that we knew from our past were there, like if you were there and stuff like that, like it probably wouldn't have been a good situation. Yeah. And yeah. And so, but that being said, I think the biggest takeaway is that I handled it without my emotion and I was level headed, and there's been growth, and I'm thankful of where I'm at. And once again, I'll say it into the camera, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for everything that happened. And
good for you, guy.
Yeah. So that's how my week started, and yeah, and so that was super fun for me. Blake?
I was gonna say, did you just pull one of those things where you ask someone a question because you wanted to answer the question? Like
Isn't that the only reason anybody asks a question?
You're like, how was your Wednesday night at 7 p.m. specifically? And you're like, I guess it was all right. And then they go, how was yours? And you go, I got some shit to
seven,
tell.
bro?
Oh,
At 7 exactly? Oh my god, you don't
Yeah.
even know.
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Fucked.
So yeah. So that's how my week started, and then I ended it last night with Carlos Mencia and opening up for him, and so that was pretty much it.
That's called living like a rock star, bro.
That was not bad. I almost got into a street fight. My girl got into a street fight. We're out here doing it.
Mhm.
I'm in these streets, y'all industry. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking right into the camera. Get at me, bro. Get at me, bro. Anyways, yeah. So I wanted to talk about some in some pop culture news. Billie Eilish, which I don't know if you're into her music or you. Do you
I have no fucking idea, bro. Nothing about
you know
her.
nothing about Billie Eilish?
Nothing. I know the chick with the colored hair. I was green hair or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
big
that's
shirt,
all I. Yeah, that's all I. Yeah.
Cali'd out, like
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very, very.
Okay, that's how.
Cali.
Yeah, I know her because a chick I know knows her. That's how. That's like, bro. Music
You've
is so
never
individualized.
listened to you. Oh, you know what's so funny? That's really interesting. Remember back in the day, like we all used to listen to the same shit.
Yeah.
Like kind of, and like everybody would know what the hit
Yeah,
song
no, as
was.
the internet went up, it just fucking started compartmentalizing like what people like and shit. So
Well,
like,
everyone has their own shit that they listen to.
yeah, I mean, if you talk to the fucking jits nowadays, they'll tell you like mad different artists that them themselves within each other don't know anything about. Like, you know what I mean? So you can take two kids from the same age and be like, yo, you listen to this rapper, and they probably don't fucking know anything about him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Wanna know-
Whereas like
yeah.
when we grew up, you
everybody
knew who-
kind of because it was
like,
like, everybody's
Ludacris
listening
dropped,
to the
like-
radio and watching the videos.
Yeah,
and
well,
watching,
everyone
it was
had their
always at
moment.
one place to see it, but now it's like there's tons of music out. You know? Yeah, there's tons of music out now, so it's like,
Yeah, no, yeah, that's it's so true. So that's so funny. I've noticed that like when like because back in the day you could go on a date with somebody and stuff like that, and like you kind of both like know the same music. You know what I'm saying?
oh, dude, you gotta date chicks your age too. How old is this girl?
Whoa.
Oh
Everyone
shit!
relax.
What is
Everyone
happening?
relax,
Oh
all
no!
right? Everyone relax, okay? She's
Everybody
25.
calm
Let's not
down.
talk about it.
That's
Everybody
not bad.
calm
That's not bad.
I'm 33. She's 25. You know what I
No,
mean?
that's
It's
not bad,
fine.
bro.
That's not
She's-
bad.
she's
Her
probably like-
frontal lobe is fully developed.
I was gonna say she's like 6 years more mature than you.
Dog, she's 19, yo. You rounded
Let's
up.
be real.
You rounded
Don't
up.
you
I
lie.
You
rounded to
rounded
the
up
nearest
to-
5. To the nearest 5. 25. Nah, I would never. But nah. So Billie Eilish, I wanted to show you a picture that that Blake's gonna pull up over here. We're gonna
It's
show you a
gonna be right
picture.
here?
Yeah, it would be right
Can we
there.
even do that?
I want to show you a picture of
Nice.
Billie Eilish, right now.
All right. So what's happening with this picture?
Okay, so her thing
Talk
is
to me.
that she's worn. She hasn't been sexualized. I have it on my phone. She hasn't been sexualized. Okay, so
He's missing out.
Yeah. So
Missing out on all them drinks, bro.
Yeah, but everyone has been trying to sexualize her and stuff like that, and she's held her guns and like always been covered up, wearing big baggy shirts, all about the performance.
That's
all
probably
about
why
the
I don't
music.
know her, right?
Yeah, that's probably why you don't know her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and now
makes
I
sense.
want you to meet her. Okay,
That's cool, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah. She just turned 18 recently.
She
You know what I
just turned 18.
Recently, I would say in the last year or two. Blake.
I'm gonna bring back that 19 comment I just made.
Listen,
y'all were
listen.
laughing at me when
Yo,
I said
Blake's
19.
on it today, bro.
Listen. Everyone relax, okay? Everyone relax. All right. I just want you to see her. I want you to tell me what you think.
all right.
All right. And I just want to know. Okay, this is her. Wait, you have the other. Wait, hold on. Okay, so this is her right here.
How many pictures are we
Alright.
talking about here? Okay, is this what she's doing now? She could looks completely different than when I saw her before.
That is correct, and that's the point. all right?
Okay,
Is
so
that she's making a point right now?
I don't get it. What's the point?
Is that she's showing her body? Like, she's never shown her body like that
So
Ever.
let me get this straight. So she doesn't show her body,
at all.
and then she shows her body,
It's a big deal.
and then that's a point.
she broke the internet.
So what?
The most liked picture posted ever. Like quick to a
Really?
million likes.
More than the egg?
More than anybody.
More than the egg? Too?
More than anybody ever.
Oh
But-
shit!
Yeah.
You know what egg I'm talking about, right?
Hold on. What?
There's an egg, yeah. There's like, okay, so Kylie Jenner's put up some shit. I think this is how the story goes. Again, fucking stupid. Don't worry about me. But I think it was Kylie Jenner's that posted up some shit, and she got like really fucking like popular. She got the most amount of likes on this shit, right?
Okay.
On her picture. And then somebody else was like, fuck that chick. So they're like so they're like I want to make a picture that's going to get more likes than her picture. So they put up a picture of an egg. and it was just a profile. You can go look it up. It's a profile, and it's just the egg, and the profile has like fucking millions and millions and millions of likes, bro. Like just that one picture, just because that picture was meant for that
I love
to
the
take
internet.
her out of the top position.
And the whole world got on it.
Yeah, everybody just started liking the egg
all
picture
those-
and
you know-
posting it, and reposting it.
You know all
everywhere.
those ugly women that we were talking about earlier?
Mhm.
About the ugly
That's
women?
that's the egg.
That's
Like,
They
you
were
know,
all
like if you see a really beautiful girl sing, you're like, oh wow, she sings like an angel. She's so beautiful. Then you see like an ugly girl sing and she sings really beautiful. It's like she's gonna be all over the news. She's gonna be like, yo, you see this busted chick singing so beautifully? That's amazing.
You guys remember Susan Boyle
Yes,
That's
I
what
was
I'm
actually
talking
thinking
about, dude.
Yeah.
from Britain's Got Talent? Like they were open when she came out on the stage.
Yep.
Like Simon, pretty much openly was like,
Ugh.
"You're ugly. Good luck."
By
That's
the
what
way-
I'm talking about,
by the
bro.
way, if you're ugly, if you're ugly, like I feel like you should know immediately in your life,
Mhm.
and like people should tell you
Yeah.
and not lie to you and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like life is gonna be hard for you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
who was it that said like if you're an ugly and I
Like,
think it
that's
was
how life
Daniel
should start.
Tosh, right? Was it Daniel Tosh that said if you're an ugly girl, you're basically gonna have to you're gonna have to work for
harder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to work
harder.
like a man. You're just gonna have to be like a regular dude. You're gonna have to like just have a job and fucking
No, but
Pay
it
your
should be like
fucking
Simon
bills.
Cowell. It should be like Simon Cowell shows up. Like if you're ugly, Simon Cowell shows up and he's just like, "Good luck." Like this is gonna be rough.
just right off the top. Do
Yeah.
you think they should show him a video like coming out of high school? Maybe before high school. Like
Who?
just everybody. Just a video that goes, look at yourself. Can
Bro,
you just take this into consideration? I know your parents have been telling you you're the most beautiful kid. You're fucking
the
special.
best.
You're not fucking special. If I wish people understood they weren't special. How cool would that be? Then it wouldn't be that many fucking podcasts.
Yeah.
You're not special. Nobody
You know
cares
what's
what you're
funny?
saying.
No, you
It
know
sucks.
what's funny? You know what's funny? I read this book called The Psychology of Persuasion, and they did this
Yeah.
study where they asked everybody from 0 to 10 on the scale of like hotness. 0 being you're not hot, 10 you're like hot, right? They asked these people to rate themselves. Now, out of like I don't know what the study was, like 1,000 people or whatever. What do you think everybody thought they were?
8.
What do you think, Blake? What do you think they were?
Everyone thought they were.
Yeah, what do you think people perceive themselves as from 0 to 10 out of 1,000 people, let's say?
4.
4.
I'm
Fours?
gonna go
Fours?
low.
The
You
average
said
is
8?
4?
Nah, I'm
He
going.
said
I'm
eight.
going
So
high.
average
Yeah,
is 4?
I'm
You go
shooting
8?
for 8. Of
I'm
course,
gonna go
I'm shooting
4.
for
I'm
8.
gonna go 4. I'm gonna go low.
Everyone thought they were a 9
A,
or a
n-
10.
a 9 or a 10.
Yes.
Where did they go?
Which is not
Where did they do this
physically
shit?
possible. You cannot take 10 random people on Earth, you know what I'm saying, and put them together and go 9 out of 10 of them are hot. Are like gorgeous, like 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like are 9s and 10s. You can't do that. It's
Yeah.
just not possible.
Bro, people's perception, bro. Like, did you? Okay, you know they did that one with heaven too. So they asked a bunch of people. That's like thousands of people. Like, do you think you're gonna go to heaven? They're like, yeah, of course. So like 90 something plus percent of them were like, yeah, of course, I'm a good person, yeah. And they asked them the same question about like Mother Teresa. They're like, do you think that Mother Teresa is in heaven? And it was like a 60% of them. They're like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, they're like, maybe, you know, see what I'm saying? So they thought in their head that they're more likely to go to heaven than Mother Teresa.
That's fucking insane. That's fucking insane.
It's fucked up.
It's fucking insane that all those people thought
But
heaven
just that's the
exists.
way people.
The
That's
fact
a
that
whole
they took
nother
it
story.
seriously.
Yeah, bro. By the way, Mother Teresa is a bad person.
Whoa,
Heads up.
whoa. We
Heads
got
up.
strong opinions here. Break that
If you
down.
don't-
Why is Mother Teresa the mother of my grandmother's name is
What
Mother
you got,
Teresa,
Blake?
is Teresa.
Blake's
Alright?
thinking over there. What's going on?
What do you know about Mother Teresa?
I was just gonna say hot take, and then I had some fucking air horns.
We are going to
Beep, beep, beep,
war
beep.
with Mother Teresa right
Yo.
now. Break
All right.
it down, Heido.
Look.
Why is Mother Teresa a bad person?
If you don't, okay, first, everybody in here, everybody knows the name Mother Teresa. What does she do?
All right.
You see how bad we start?
Okay. Do you know anything, Blake?
Hit it.
Wasn't she like the blind, deaf, and dumb girl that?
Oh
couldn't
no,
get-
yeah.
That's Helen Keller.
I think
I know. I'm fucking with you, dog. I know who it is.
No, that's
Oh. Okay.
Helen Keller. No, that was a chick on the attic, right?
What's your name?
Yeah. No, you know.
Helen Frank.
Yeah. What?
Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren is that? Who
All
that
right,
is?
all right. So,
Look.
okay, so we'll start there. Mother Teresa. What do I know about Mother Teresa? Blake knows nothing. I know nothing. Do you know a lot about Mother Teresa?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, look.
What's your deal with her?
So this is okay.
What's your story?
Just to keep it simple, this is basically it. All she did was go to fucking India, specifically like Calcutta, those places, and she put hospice homes for people to die in. Okay, it's a lot of people. That's why the joke is in India. It's like I think it's like you're born an atheist, you live as a Hindu, and then you die as a Christian, or some shit like that. Because over there, it's like in the hospice, there's a bunch of Christians just trying to convert people before they die. So all this money and all this shit that she's gotten from all these fucking people were just to go to these places. She didn't provide medicine. She didn't, like, if you saw those places that she worked at, it was like a bunch of people like on the floor and shit laying down and fucking like, it's not a good situation. And but technically,
So they just could have died
if you
at home.
believe, if you believe in heaven, she did an amazing thing. But if you don't believe that's just true, she just sat there fucking taking people in and saying, hey, you know, we're going to fucking convert you before you die. You know what I mean? That's it, bro. She didn't do shit.
She was Mother Teresa. She wasn't Dr. Teresa.
Yeah, she didn't do shit. Like, and they could have taken all that money and fucking actually done something to help these people. But instead, she's just picking up money and fucking helping the Catholic Church, which just not down with. So, yeah, she's a bad person, in my opinion, even if she thought she was good.
Wow. Okay. All right. You think, okay, what if the digs were better? What if she was putting people up in like 5-star hotels? Would you?
Well, if
change
she
your-
was using the money to help people, that'd be kind of cool. But
You
instead,
think
they're
her
not.
helping people die isn't.
Well, I mean, how about medicine for people that are sick? Instead of like putting places to convert people over while they're passing. Like, I understand. You see what I'm
that's your
saying?
Gripe. Your gripe is that she's trying to
She's not helping anybody. She has hospice. Like,
And
like,
she's
that's
like,
fucking
come die
insane.
here, and if you're Christian,
Yeah,
then-
they're like basically convert you on the spot and like do all. It's just stupid, bro. It's just not like all that money could have gone to science, bro, and they could have fucking cured I don't know how many things by now. But instead, it went to this fucking old lady who really didn't do shit with her life. If you really look at it, she was a good person, and she thought she was a good person. I think she's a bad person because of that.
damn.
To what it sounds like it was like a fundraiser. Like the
Mhm.
Catholic Church is a fundraiser, and she just raised the most money. Like
Basically,
she just was like got
yeah.
to the
So they
highest
picked
level.
her up. Yeah, they
So
put
they're
her
like,
out
let's
there.
call you mother.
It's like, bro, it's like okay. Like who's that fucking Buddhist that goes around talking to everybody? What's that guy's name that he has a title? Anybody?
Gandhi?
No, not Gandhi. He was not bad.
Deepak Chopra.
Nah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, the Dalai Lama. Yeah, the fucking Dalai
You
Lama,
think
right?
That guy's awful too.
Oh,
God damn. Okay, who do you like?
I like-
Elon Musk? Who
I
do
like
you
I like a lot of people, bro. Look.
Okay.
Okay, let
so
me
what's
tell you
your
about.
gripe?
Okay,
What's
so
your
let me
gripe?
tell
What's
you.
your gripe
So
here?
let me. This is the thing, bro. Like, some things are more historical. You know what I mean? Like, you have to really pay attention to things. So the Dalai Lama is running around because the Dalai Lama has been basically kicked out of China, which is technically not China.
Tibet.
Yeah, Tibet, right? They've owned Tibet forever. I get that. Like those Buddhists and those people own Tibet forever. All right. And when China came in, they're like, oh, this is ours too.
Yeah.
Right? So they get booted out, right? So His Holiness has been basically traveling the world without a home. That's why he goes around and he has a lot of great, amazing things to say. No problem with that, right?
Yeah.
By the way, this is gonna lead to Jordan Peterson.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's talk
But
about
yo,
Jordan Peterson. Yeah,
but
I
but
don't
think,
know a lot
but
about
let's
it.
be real. Look at what's happening in Tibet during those times. The Buddhists were basically the people that ran that shit, and there was a bunch of poor, homeless people around there. So the Buddhists basically owned everything in that area,
In Tibet.
Yeah, and now ever since China has gone in there, they've actually industrialized. So they've actually like people are eating and people are living, having a life that doesn't revolve around these Buddhist temples.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
because
yeah,
the
it
Buddhist
sucks that they
movement-
kicked them out of there, and took their land and took all this, and all this shit went down. It's fucking horrible for the majority of people that are there.
they're thriving.
They're thriving. They're doing way better than when the Buddhists ran all that shit. Because when the Buddhists ran all that, they don't give a fuck about anything. They don't give a fuck about possessions. Well, guess what? Medicine's a possession. You know what I mean? Like all these things, there's important things that are possessions. See what I'm saying? A Buddhist doesn't
Okay.
believe in that shit.
That's super fucking interesting.
Yeah. So it like, but we put him up, like we give him all this love and we put him up as a certain type of person. I'm like, look, he seems like a great person. He says a lot of interesting shit. Don't get me wrong. Very deep stuff, whatever. You can travel the world, learn all this shit. Whatever. Great dude in that sense. But the base of what it is, it's almost like, it's like the Queen of England getting kicked out of her shit and then like complaining the whole time that she needs to go back to her kingdom. You know what I mean? It's like, what did you
Yeah.
do over there? It's like, nothing. I just took all the jewelry and I would just hang out and like wear like nice jewelry. Like, oh, and then pick who's in charge because I get to pick people. Like, no, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
That's-
Democracy, baby. This is fucking America shit right here.
Well,
If you don't like that shit, you don't love America. So that's a good, right? Hey, you got a problem with me saying anything about any of these people? You don't fucking love America.
Why do you say that?
Because if you think that it's fine for the fucking Dalai Lama to run Tibet and everybody to fucking suffer and no democracy, then you're anti-American. Because that's not
Fair
what
enough.
America represents.
Yeah,
And
but China isn't.
China's at least less fucked up than those guys because at least their people are eating.
That's very true. That's very.
I don't know,
true.
man. You know, maybe I'm a crazy person. What the fuck do I know? Go look that shit up yourself. I have no idea.
Yeah, I've never heard these points of views from anybody like talking
Yeah.
about like I've never even thought of His Holiness like that. Like I guess I
Yeah.
don't know the background of like how he.
No-
what he
nobody-
does.
nobody
I didn't
talks
know
about
that.
it.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was like Edward Snowden over here. Fucking-
Yeah,
fucking
that-
going to embassy.
You
to
see him everywhere
embassy.
but in Tibet, right?
Yeah, he's like everywhere. Hanging
He's,
out.
he's like on a forever tour.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gotta fucking be weird. Isn't he like a descendant of like he's supposed to be like a
Yeah.
reincarnated?
Now
like,
what China did was fucking insane. China flipped it on them. So basically, they're like, "Oh, this is the reincarnation of the Buddha." You know what I mean? He is the holiness. He's the fucking the Dali, whatever the fuck. Mama, right? So what China did was like they had he gets to choose the next person who's gonna take his place.
correct. From
He
what I
chose
understand.
this child, and China went and snatched that kid up and made him disappear. Okay, and put their own kid in position and said, "That's gonna be the new Buddha."
What they replicated his kid.
They just
Yo,
took another random kid, and they're
yo,
like, and now
China's fucking
they're insane,
wild.
bro.
That is
Insanity.
wild. Could you imagine? Could you
They
imagine
they
in America?
kidnapped the kid and
Yeah,
made him
could you imagine in
disappear, bro.
America?
They
Yeah.
they probably fucking
Dude,
killed that kid, bro.
Dude, if you take the first,
That kid cannot be alive.
first
by
of
the
all,
way.
if you take
It's fucked up.
President
fucked up, people.
Biden's dog
That's
and replace him and
Yeah.
put another dog, be like, no, this is the new dog.
yeah, there's
Bro,
not major
America
anymore.
would be so fucking.
They're like, what the
fuck? That is insane, dude. That is wild.
Yeah, man.
Maybe China took him so that they could teach him the biggest lesson, and he's gonna come out of it. He's actually gonna escape from China, come back, and he's gonna fulfill the prophecy.
I
Like,
think
he's gonna be like, I became fully enlightened after they kidnapped me.
Bro. You,
Bro,
you
I
say
don't
that
know,
you
man.
say that shit,
China's
but that kid's
fucked
gonna end
up,
up.
bro.
That kid's
Chi-
probably in a hole, bro. No, lie, because China does not play
First
around.
First of all, we love your products. I just want to say that. Don't take us don't take us off YouTube. Don't demonetize us because they're talking shit about China. But
China.
no, China's not fucking around, bro. You know Jack Ma?
Oh yeah, he
Bro,
fucking
bro, he
yeah.
talked shit about fucking.
We haven't seen that fool in months.
No, he just popped up.
Oh yeah, he just came up
Yeah,
recently.
yeah,
Good
he
for
just
him.
Came out and he was like,
I'm glad he's
China's
alive.
great.
Yeah,
he
he's
came
like,
out. He was like, "Yo, it turns out
they're really, really cool, man."
They LeBron them. You know what I'm saying? They basically do what they
Yeah.
did with LeBron. They're like, just dribble, bitch. Just
Bro.
run that business and talk good about China. It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. That literally, if you talk shit, they can just make it. Especially a high profile person like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's
that
like
big.
saying America making Elon Musk disappear because Elon Musk was like, "Let's go Doge." You know what
Bro,
I'm saying?
nobody talks shit about China.
That's
not even
insane.
here in America. They don't talk shit about.
But you know what they say?
Like
is
regular people, whatever the fuck. But go check out the NBA. Go check out big companies. They're like, oh, we don't say shit about
well,
China.
it's a huge market. It's 1 billion people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so they don't want to lose that money in that growing market and stuff like that, which I completely understand from a business perspective, but from like a human level perspective, like what's happened across whatever.
Nah.
Yeah, it's just not even talk about it. But
Yeah.
I recently was listening to a podcast about Jordan Peterson, and I don't really know. Just from talking to you right now, he's a professor of psychology.
Yeah. He's
a doctor.
He's a really smart dude. So, but he's really smart when it comes to
how did he get to fame? Because I know he was just a professor, and then he just recently
suddenly became famous, right?
In the last
right.
few years, and
that's
part of it was Joe Rogan.
That's part of my problem. So let me explain to you what happened there, right? So he was doing for years, okay? He was working on like he would do all this like self-help stuff. He'll go online, he'll put up all his lectures, like all his whatever, like teaching shit. He'll put it up. And he did a bunch of self-help books. And then
so what does he
I mean not self-help, sorry, self-help books. I mean like just talking self-help to people because he teaches psychology. Okay. Right? So he's the guy who'll be like, "Hey, like if you make your bed in the morning, then you start working on organization." So like certain things that like he knows, and this is true. This is like that's the first thing you do in the day, and that's the first thing you accomplish something. Next, you accomplish the next thing. Like he teaches you stuff like that. So he specifically like.
Did he create that?
No. He's
just regurgitating. Like,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't say that he has any like original ideas. I think that he regurgitates old ideas that are really good, which I have no problem with.
That's what he said. Actually, he actually said that from the podcast I was listening to. He said he goes. I know a lot about a lot.
Everything that I've heard from him was never originally from him. That's why I say that. I never heard him say that.
Make your bed the first thing you do.
Yeah.
You've told me that. Blake's told me that. Like, the first thing you do, which is something that I've implemented in my life. But go on.
Yeah. And this is the thing. This is where it gets weird, right? So he's not popular until he comes up with a video about the law in Canada that passed. It was called the Bill C-16. So Bill C-16 basically put trans rights next to any other protected class. So basically, in simple terms, it's like the same way they treat gay people. Like let's say you have a gay dude working for you, and you're over here busting down the F word. Oh, this guy, this faggot, consistently, right? Like this is your thing, like, and you're their boss or whatever. You know what I mean? And you're shitting on this person.
Yeah.
Like that they can basically sue you. You can get arrested for that shit. You can, you know what I mean? For harassing a person consistently at their job.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like you can't.
That's what the bill said.
Well, yeah, because the bill before, so C-16 attached trans to that. You see what I'm saying? So let's say if
it's like a hate crime, like a harassment.
Correct. So before all these bills, like you can just be like, hey, like you're gay or whatever, and just completely treat a dude a certain way or treat somebody for their sexual orientation. Now with C-16, it attaches trans rights. So they're like, okay, if a person is trans at your job, you can't just be there. Like they're like, okay, call me a her. You know what I mean? I'm a she. And they're like, all right, dude. All right, bro. Like if your boss is doing that shit, they could be like, hey, look, you can get arrested for this shit. You can't like sit here and harass people at their job. Like, you know what I mean? Just like if you were working, they're like, because this is the same law. If you're working and your boss every day called you a spick.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's up, spick? Like, get your ass over there and do this. Like, if they treated you like that, they're like, dude, that's a protected. You can't do that shit.
Yeah, correct.
Right? So, when C-16 came out, Jordan Peterson fucking had a heart attack. Because he
a literal one
or basically one? Bro, figuratively, of course, but this guy basically goes out and he starts having fucking a little panic attack, and he's over here he's like, I would not allow you to dictate how I speak, you know what I mean? Like, and what he was trying to explain was that like he's a teacher, so he's like, oh, what if I don't want to use the pronouns for a person? See what I'm saying? Like, what if I don't want to call him a her or call a Z or Z, whatever the fuck, right? Now, let me tell you something. He's right about the like, like zer, z, like where those pronouns that get so far off to the side that nobody knows anything about them.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that's I question: has anybody here met anybody that said, "Hey, you can actually call me Z"?
No.
I've never in my fucking life. Correct? All right, so that's not really a problem. You see? But he took it to that level. He's like, "Oh, they're going to force me to use these words and this and that, and that's against liberty, and that's against this, against that," right? So he went all out. So the right, because the Trump is busting up, popping off at that time, right? The right saw that shit and said, "Look, we got a smart guy backing us up."
Oh.
So Jordan Peterson goes from being an unknown Canadian fucking professor to this super fucking famous person all over America and all over the fucking world.
So the right,
Because he goes against trans rights at that time. Do you see what I'm saying? So he never became famous for being who he is and sticking to psychology and doing what he does. He became famous for being a reactionary, a person who goes, "Oh my God, I don't like that."
That's
Which is
interesting.
it's
You think it's swarmy, like it's like
it's fucking cringy as fuck. That's what it is.
It's like on YouTube when you watch a reaction video, like they're not actually making good videos. They're just reacting to good
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
And then everyone is like, but he's doing that just with like
Well,
social things.
Well, the thing about it, like I said, they picked him up because of that. But he was like, "Oh shit, oh, this is what's gonna make me money." So after that, that's where he started his touring and making just mad dough. And everywhere he goes, he gets pulled in by the right specifically because the right loves this idea. This guy that's like would say these things that
Yeah.
kind of gave us a reason
A
to be
voice.
against trans shit.
yeah.
And against certain things, you know what I mean? Because it's not only the trans shit; he goes into women and all this other shit. But he gives them a like he's like, whenever a smart person comes out and can say something a certain way and make it sound smart, everybody's like, "Oh my God, this is perfect," because now I have a reason to. Where before I couldn't really put it in words. I just felt that it was wrong for me
Yeah.
to respect trans rights. I felt that it was wrong, but now this person gave me a reason to. And even though they're not smart enough to understand the reason he's given, they run with it. So that's one of the problems. That's how he started, and that's like how it just started popping off, right? That was a problem there. But then after that, I listened to him. I literally, I sit there and pay attention to hours and hours of this guy talking, and sometimes he doesn't say shit.
Oh, he speaks in circles.
Yes. And that's something that some people might find entertaining, but I'm sorry, bro, but I
Get
don't
to the
fall for
point.
that shit.
Yeah, get to the point.
Like, I'll give you a fucking example here. This is the best example I could give you for this guy. He goes, "I don't know." He does this, and this is why the right loves him, by the way. This is because he says a bunch of things that lead up to something, but then he doesn't say the thing that it is. So he'll say something like this. They're like, "Can we get rid of sexual harassment at work?" And you go, It's like, yeah, I mean, why not? They just have to stop sexually harassing people, right? It's like, yeah, but that's like in our DNA. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know it's in your DNA, but there's a lot of things that are natural to us that we don't like, that we go against.
Correct.
I mean,
like
and
actually,
that's normal. Wearing clothes is not fucking natural.
Yeah,
you can
wearing
just,
shoes is not natural.
None of these. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things to it. So when he talks about all these things, he talks about fucking. He tries to explain all these things and says, "Hey, look, this is not working out. That's not working out. Oh, that's not working out." And then you go, "So what do you think we should do? Should we just like ban women from the workplace? Like, what should we
Yeah.
do?" And he's like, "No, I would never say that." It's like, yeah, but everything you're saying leads up to that.
See, this is.
Do you
why-
see what I'm saying?
See, like this is.
I
What
don't like that
about,
shit.
Well, that's what I don't like a lot about intellectuals is that it seems it's a lot of mental masturbation. It's
It's
like they're
for
just
some.
stroking their own
Yeah,
thoughts. You know what
for
I'm saying?
some,
Like
bro.
it's like, oh, I'm gonna bring up the idea.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying, and then not have a solution for the idea that I brought up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And like that to me is like I see your problem with him is like how he got to where he was, and then on top of that, you're not saying anything now that you have the platform.
Yeah, you're saying things that literally hurt other people and empower people that are already in power to do fucked up shit. So it's like this, like that same rhetoric, you hear it in like the BLM shit, right? So basically like people that are against it, right? They go like this. They go, "Hey, you know what? It's black people's responsibility. They need to just become better people. See, they're like, oh, okay, wow, that's interesting. That's like, so you just think that like everybody just is not responsible enough. Like, why do you think this leans towards black folks? Why do you think there's so much crime in black communities? I would think it's because of all the redlining they did, all the fucked up shit we did in the past, how we made sure to fucking put people in ghettos. You know what I mean? All this shit, right? That we did. I can see it. I can follow it, right?
Yeah, and where you can
and
feel
then,
like
and
the
then when
sentiment
you,
is like, yo, I feel.
So
I feel
their
for
answer is no, that's not what it is. It's not this. It's not that. It's not that. And then when you ask them, I'm like, so what do you think it is? They're like, oh, I don't know.
that. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like, you're leading to the same. You're saying what you want everybody to. You're not saying what you want everybody to believe, but you're leading it all to that. It's not that this is happening because of all the things that happened in the past and the things that are happening today.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I don't know why. And you go, oh, the people at home are like, oh, it's because they're black.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But
That
he
makes
goes,
sense, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why it is.
And just leaves you there fucking hanging, and you're just like,
Yeah.
no, well, tell us. Well, like, tell us what do you think it is? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
They're
why
not giving anything. You see what I'm saying? So when you
I
you
hate
hear
those
shit
people.
like that,
Yeah.
He ends every speech with, and we'll find out the answer next week on
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson.
yeah, right?
So
Dude, but
keep
that's
watching.
dude, that's what all those people do. Like, we used to be big into conspiracies
Mhm.
and stuff like that. All these guys, like David Icke, Alex Jones.
All those
I
guys.
used to listen to Alex Jones, bro. They all do the same thing. They all like, just wait, I'm gonna give you the big juicy
Yeah.
one. Oh, no. You have to listen. You have to read my book. You have to do this. You have to do
Oh.
that, and then you'll understand. It's just fucking tell me right now what you think, and we don't have to go through this
Bro,
fucking nonsense
you
and
know
your
who
mental
broke that?
masturbation, bro.
You know who broke that though, right? The QAnon folks. They broke that.
Did
shit
you see the
completely.
documentary on
No.
HBO?
No, but I've been following their shit for a really long time.
You gotta watch
It's
it.
insane. I know it's insane. I know that their shit is insane. By the way, I need your HBO password.
Okay, I heard. Yeah,
I gotta get that
HBO,
shit.
chill, bro.
But
Chill,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
No, dude, it's really good. It's really good to a like.
Hey, by the way, I'm redefining relationships to a person you have like a Netflix password with.
What do you mean?
Like if you share a Netflix password with a girl, then you're in a relationship.
Fair enough.
I think that's the point.
That's the
At
new.
one point they're like, oh, why do we have two?
Yeah.
That means your wallet has to become one.
You move
And that's
in
when they
on
know.
Netflix instead of moving in like person.
Yeah, it's just
you,
a Netflix.
Yeah. You like share Netflix.
That's all
passwords.
it is.
Yeah. What are you watching? Oh, you ain't watched the fucking show, bitch, right? What do you say, Blake?
That's what Tim should have asked. He should have just said, "Is that your boyfriend? Is this your
Yeah.
boyfriend? Do you
do you-
share Netflix
Do you
passwords?"
guys have a Netflix password?
that
What's
what
his
it is?
Netflix password? It's like, oh shit.
Oh shit! God damn.
That's cool.
Well, then I've been in a relationship with Gerardo for fucking 10 years, dog. Because I've had his Netflix password and his AOL shit for fucking 10 years, dog.
You got his AOL? Jesus, you guys share
He
email?
has his bro. By the way, if you have an AOL
That's
fucking
old school
Hotmail fucking account,
and you got it from a CD.
bro,
they sent to your
I
house.
fucking hate you. Kill yourself, bro. Kill yourself. Get a better fucking get Gmail like every other adult in the fucking world. Get Apple fucking whatever. I don't give a fuck. Just don't use AOL. That shit pisses me off so much, man.
Bro.
Someone sends me an AOL fucking password, and then they're like, bro, I was emailing somebody the other day, and they were like, I'm not getting my emails, and I'm like, maybe because it's an AOL account. Okay, maybe that's why. Is your inbox full? You fucking asshole. Fucking hey, man. Jesus
I
Christ.
work with like elderly folks.
Mhm.
Like,
They all have AOL passwords.
They
Yo.
dude, next level. They have Bell South. If
Bell
you guys
South,
remember
yeah.
Bell South?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bellsouth.net.
That's like what it used to be. Then it was taken over by like T-Mobile and Sprint, or like it
Or
was,
AT&T or
they
whatever,
all
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking wild, dog. That's fucking wild. Which, speaking of like trans rights and stuff like that, I wanted to bring up that Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner just came out and spoke against trans rights. Like, we live in a South Park episode. dog.
Isn't Caitlyn
You know what I'm
Jenner?
saying?
Because you know, I think Caitlyn Jenner's is like against like gay marriage too. Heads up.
Yeah. Apparently, from what I understand,
I think again.
he
I don't
has
know,
a
Google
girl.
that shit. I'm probably lying.
Fuck it, I'm dead naming right now. She has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
A girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Also,
confusing.
allegedly killed somebody.
Not allegedly.
Allegedly, well, you know, she's
It
not
happened.
in jail.
It happened.
She's not in jail. I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
But she just came out and spoken. This is something that Joe Rogan has been outspoken about. There's a lot of people have spoken out against this. My buddy Matt that I used to tour with, that I was just speaking about earlier, that almost fought me. He used to MMA fight, and in South Florida there was he goes, I used to fight with a dude who's now a girl.
Yeah.
Fighting MMA, like you know what I'm saying? Like he goes, I
Yeah.
used to train with this dude, and now he's a girl, he's a woman, and he's fighting in MMA and like beating. And he was like on one of the articles that Joe Rogan pulled up, like talking about this years ago, was that dude that he trained with, that girl that he trained
Yeah,
with.
there's not that many, bro.
Yeah, no, and it's fucking it's super interesting, like because we do know that like women react to things like less quick, like not as fast as men do.
I don't know. It's just there's a bunch of shit to it. Yeah.
Well,
it's
there's also like
I say it's complicated, and it's also not as important as people think.
Correct.
Meaning it's not as important to like the people within the community. That's why when you see homegirl coming out and saying she's against that shit, it's because the people in that community also are, some of them are like, nah, I'm not into that. Like I don't think that
I don't think that's fair.
A guy that turned into a woman should go and fucking play against women. Like,
Correct.
yeah,
Correct.
that's just how some of them look
like,
at it. It's
there's
not
a-
everybody's the same, you know.
Correct. And there's a story of where like Serena Williams, they did a test. Serena Williams is one of the top tennis players in the fucking world. Okay, one of the top tennis players in the world, and they had her play like the 200th best male tennis player.
Yeah,
Smoked her. Smoked her.
some shit like
apparently.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, smoked her.
Mhm.
Which like just lets you know that like it's not fair,
So-
and maybe Caitlyn Jenner has a fucking point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there
Yeah.
shouldn't be dudes out there, you know what I'm saying, running track with girl. Like I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I keep
I
saying
get-
dude. I know that this isn't right what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're
I'm
not
an
politically
idiot.
correct. It's
Yeah, I'm
like,
not saying
we don't do it
any-
because they're evil. We just do it.
We're
'cause
not
dumb.
bad people. We're not bad people. We just don't know any better, okay? And I'm really stoned and I'm just talking shit. But don't crucify me years from now for this fucking bullshit. That's why I'm saying this into the camera. Don't crucify me because this is
Man.
not.
Crucify him.
Yo, rest in peace your career already, dog. I mean, like, it was short lived, but I'm glad that you got to. experience it.
but also like apparently, you know, Caitlyn Jenner is a Republican, you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But still, she does have a point where like I don't believe that. I'll be honest with you. If you had a daughter,
Look,
no, let's just play the scenario. If you had a daughter and she goes to a wrestling match,
mm-hmm.
and you clearly see that it's a 5'9" dude
Mm-hmm.
that she's about to fight, and your daughter is like 5'5", and like you know what I'm saying, like obviously there's like a, you know what I'm
I didn't
saying,
have a problem with it. I'm sure you would.
no, but
I think anybody would.
how would you feel about that?
Like I said, I don't think anybody would be like, "Oh yeah, that's fine."
That's what I'm saying, right? Like a logical human.
Check this out. So this is why I say
There's
this
an
is
argument
the
for
this
David
is
and Goliath.
this is the part. This is
an
the
argument
part.
for David and
Yeah,
Goliath
there you go.
situation.
It's like, yeah, man, prove yourself. It's
Yeah.
just like I'm gonna go in, like fucked up.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fucking go for it.
Nah, bro. But okay, so this thing, right? So let's say if there's a person who was taking fucking hormone blockers, prepubescent, right? And they were like,
Okay.
hey, right? Because these people know that they're fucking girls or guys. They're basically like their brain's completely different. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's fucking. You can see it in the brain, which is trippy. So picture this, right? So somebody, a dude, who's like, yo, I'm a woman, and they decide to go through, puberty blockers and do all that shit before puberty. It is what it is. You know, let's be real. Women are bigger during that time than boys,
Okay.
right? Remember when you're 13, 14, girls are way bigger. This is what it is because they fucking develop like when they're really young, and you develop like later on, like
Yeah,
years later,
That's true.
right? So depending on the stage, sometimes even the women have an advantage over the men, depending on what
At
age.
what stage in life they're
Yeah.
at. Okay.
Right? So you have that. And if a person went through puberty blockers and all that shit and fucking got rid of all that bullshit before a certain age, I don't give a fuck what they do later, because later on they won't be monsters. But if you're a person that was like went through puberty, did all this shit, and you were fucking this huge dude, and then like, now I'm a chick, and fucking turns into a chick, and then is going around fucking every girl up, like nah, that's probably not gonna work out, because of common sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you see, it's a little bit more complicated
Well,
depending on the situation.
Yeah, just the ultimate way to really kind of go about it is just have like leagues specifically for men who transition to
Yeah,
women
if you
and
wanna
women
do
who
that, go
transition to
nuts.
men,
Yeah.
and then just have like a new channel.
Yeah, if that's what they want to do. But I'll tell you one thing, bro. That's
oh,
gonna make
like a transgender
Yeah,
league?
that's
like
gonna-
a transgendered, like,
yeah.
like there's male, female, and then now there's a transgender.
Yeah, there's men that transition to women, so it's like a women's league
Mhm.
that used to be men.
like trans women, trans men league, basically.
exactly, and then there's
Yeah.
That is
that's doable
actually
too.
a phenomenal solution. I'm not gonna lie, that's a phenomenal
Motherfuckers
solution.
never think about
Joe
it, right?
Rogan
They're
does.
like,
Yeah, fucking Jordan Peterson. Why didn't you think about that shit? You fucking ass. You got Blake over here coming up with solutions, not just bringing up fucking shitty ideas.
That was Joe Rogan. That was Joe.
that was Joe Real. Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
All
Again,
right.
they have,
All right.
hey, no more Joe Rogan shit on this podcast.
Yeah, bro, chill, man.
This
Bring Joe
ASAP.
Rogan ideas, bro. Fuck, man. Anyways, that's actually a great idea. Actually, like to just have their own league and have them fight each other. Because at the end of the day, man, it's like, yeah, that's not right, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you work your whole life, like, to just fucking get fucking beat on a track meet by some dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, fuck, man, that's gotta fucking suck. You're like, you train so hard and then some dude just smokes you in the fucking Olympics. You know what I mean? And we're all supposed to be like, yeah.
They're so brave.
Yeah, that's okay. Fucking that.
And to help you also kind of put things into terms, I was a swimmer, and I swam collegiate, and I swam Division II, which compared to Division I is like nothing. Like I was really slow, and at my fastest, I think my fastest or highest ranking women's is I would be like if I swam a race against every woman in the world, I think I would have the world record in one of my events in the 200 free.
Damn.
I'd have and I'm just like I'm way beyond number 200. Like I'm hardly a swimmer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Serena
yeah.
I would have a
Williams,
world
bro.
record.
Yeah, that's
Like, it was
just
the
not
same
fair.
shit.
Yeah, that's just not fair. And that's where I stand is just like fairness.
Yeah.
Like
but-
as long as it's fair, you know what I mean? And it's not fair. That's like putting
But check this
a
out.
woman out on a football field.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. But also like understand that again, that's a situation.
Not that they can't.
Yeah, and again, that also always lives in the same situation. That is, first, it's a small group of people that are pushing for one thing. You know what I mean? And it's being taken as it's everybody that's ever voted for fucking.
That's what I don't like about
Joe Biden. You know what I mean?
No. This
That,
is what
they're
I
like people. You know what I mean?
This
That's
is what I don't
that's
like
my only issue with it. That people take it to that level when they don't understand that it's not that.
This
fucking
is what I
crazy,
don't like about the
and it's
internet.
not that big of a deal.
That it's true. This
It's
is what I
sad,
don't like
it's
about
real,
the internet.
But it's not that big.
Bro,
of a
they
deal.
do this on the news all the fucking time. They're like, people are saying, and they'll find 3 tweets, and they'll be like, this is what they do it in articles now. You'll read an article, and they'll say, this is what people are saying.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted this, and it's like, oh, like. Why am I hearing someone's opinion from the fucking internet? And I
On
think
the news.
like you know what's funny? They say that the internet has democratized voices and stuff like that, and has given voices to the voiceless, which I think is a great thing. You know what I mean? But then also the downside
But
of
some
that,
people should be mute.
oh
Got it.
my god, I don't believe in censorship, but I'm gonna tell you something right
You
now.
see?
Some people
It starts coming around.
Oh man, like
You
China
go,
has a point. Come on, China, let's go.
Like yeah,
China's shutting down everything. You talk shit, they shut down your whole life. Okay?
Yeah, like you remember like your parents, when you're a little kid, you don't fucking go into a store with them and start talking shit. They tell you to shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody has to talk.
That's so true. That's so true. And on
Alright.
that note, man, not everybody has to fucking talk. Thank you for joining us for another stupid ass podcast with
Oh, I'm going first now. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Hido.
That's Saw Dude. I'm Franco Harris and our great producer, Mr. Blake Woodrow. Say what's up. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah.